Interesting facts about tenrecs. The members of this remarkable family do not have a wide geographical distribution. They remain most numerous and varied in appearance only in Madagascar, but several varieties are also found in Western and Central Africa. We are talking about an animal that looks somewhat similar to a hedgehog, a tenrec. Although, he also has a second name, a bristly hedgehog, but they cannot be called hedgehogs, since several varieties of mammals are considered tenrecs, which morphologically resemble not only hedgehogs, but also shrews, possums, mice and even otters. An interesting fact is that members of this family have mastered a variety of habitats, including aquatic, arboreal, terrestrial and underground. Currently, 10 genera of extant tenrecids and 24 varieties are recognized. They are divided into 3 subfamilies, Tenrecini and Oryzorictini. Both of these families are restricted to Madagascar, and Potamogalini, West Central Africa. Many species of tenrec do not maintain a constant body temperature, and allow their bodies to cool down, occasionally going dormant or hibernating. At least one species is known to hibernate for the winter. It is also curious that male tenrecs do not have a scrotum, and the testicles remain within the body cavity. Members of the numerous subfamily Tenrecini are relatively large animals. Some species reach the size of a cat, and vary greatly in body shape. Tellingly, all have spines that become prickly and can be shed. In some species they are driven by well-developed musculature. Tenreciforms are mainly nocturnal and omnivores. And one genus, striped, or motley. The tenrec, Hemicentetes, uses its quills to produce sounds that are an important factor in communicating with each other. There are 2 subspecies. The nominate subspecies lives in lowlands, while the subspecies Hemicentetes semispinosus nigriceps is observed only in mountainous areas at altitudes from 1200 to 2500 meters above sea level. The animal lives in tropical rainforests, occasionally settles in the savanna and on cultivated agricultural land. The largest populations live in the national parks of Mantadia, Ranomafana, Masoala, and Andringitra. Shrews, Oryzorictini, are smaller in size, but, like the tenrecs, this subfamily contains many genera and varieties. They are distinguished by the absence of needles. Most live underground like shrews, but one species, in the genus Limnogale, is aquatic. The otter shrew family, Potamogalini, is composed of 3 varieties, all aquatic forms, called otter shrews. They are the largest members of this family, approximately 600 mm long and weighing approximately 1 kg, and are well adapted to aquatic life. Striped tenrecs are predominantly nocturnal, but can, if necessary, be active during daylight hours. They live in family groups of up to 20 individuals in burrows that they dig themselves in moist soil. The length of the holes reaches 150 to 200 centimeters. They are usually located 15 to 20 centimeters from the ground surface near water bodies. The entrance and exit are carefully covered with fallen leaves. Next to their shelter, members of the family group build a latrine. It is very difficult to determine when tenrecs appeared from fossils, since practically nothing similar has been discovered so far by scientists. The oldest known fossils from the Miocene were found in East Africa, and from the Pleistocene in Madagascar, but scientists suggest that this group of animals is much older, and because of its small forms, its remains simply did not survive. Recent molecular studies have made it possible to isolate the tenrec from the order of insectivores and place it within the group of African mammals, which includes anteaters, elephants, hyraxes, sea cows, shrew elephants, and aardvarks. Also suggest that the split between otter shrews and tenrecs from Madagascar occurred about 53 million years ago. The ability of these animals to use their prickly fur coat for communication looks amazing. They exchange important information among themselves with the help of friction from 7 to 16 white beige needles located behind the back. To navigate in the dark, striped tenrecs click their tongues, emitting ultrasonic signals like bats. Worried animals make rattling or creaking sounds. From May to October, Madagascar gets colder. In order to avoid unnecessary waste of energy, animals have learned to lower their body temperature to ambient temperature, while maintaining their full activity. In the case of severe cold, they fall into a stupor, sharply reducing the level of metabolism in the body. Typically, at noon, body temperature is around 30 degrees Celsius, and at midnight it drops to 26 degrees Celsius. The diet consists mainly of earthworms. Striped tenrecs find food in the soil and heaps of fallen leaves. They dig into them with their elongated muzzles and grab the victim with their open mouth. To provoke the activity of earthworms, the animals periodically hit the ground with their front paws and claws. One animal eats them per day up to 130 pieces, which is approximately 85 to 105 grams or its own weight. The earthworm is swallowed completely, the small teeth are only lightly used for chewing. Sexual maturity occurs at the age of 2 to 4 months. Females become sexually mature before males. The mating season runs from September to December and usually coincides with the start of the rainy season. Males court females by sniffing various parts of their bodies. The sniffing starts from the nose and neck, and then gradually goes along the sides of the body to the base of the tail. Often it is accompanied by light bites. Mating can last up to 20 minutes. Pregnancy lasts from 55 to 63 days. The female brings from 7 to 11 cubs. Childbirth takes place in a nesting chamber lined with soft grass from the inside. Newborns weigh about 11 grams, and their body length is 6 to 7 centimeters. Their eyes and ears are closed, and there is no hairline on the body, with the exception of vibrissae about 6 millimeters long. Immediately after their birth, babies can crawl and make low-frequency sounds. At the age of 4, they stand on their feet and begin to run. On the 5th day, the growth of spines begins. Vision and hearing appear in the period from 8 to 10 days, after which the cubs leave the nest and follow their mother. They try solid food for the first time on the 18th day. Milk feeding lasts up to a maximum of 23 days. At 40 days of age, babies become completely independent. The body length of adults reaches 13 to 19 centimeters. Animals living in the mountains weigh 80 to 150 grams. In the lowlands, their weight is 125 to 280 grams. The coat is made up of bristles and spines. Juveniles have an undercoat that disappears with age. A characteristic feature is the presence of 3 bright yellow stripes on a black-brown back. The head is black, with a yellowish stripe running from the forehead to the nose. The muzzle is strongly extended forward and ends with a proboscis. The tail is thin and relatively short. The toes are armed with strong claws. The cloaca is used for reproduction, urination, and defecation. The spine is made up of 20 or 21 vertebrae. The lifespan of striped tenrecs in the wild is about 30 months. Dear friends, thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me. Love you.